Hi, good day, everyone. This is the explanation for how to write up your standard food test and sample X. So remember to put your name, then the date. I have the date here already, your topic, your title, the aim. So you're going to remember what apparatus and write it in, and the materials. Remember, apparatus and material is to be written separately. This lab is going to be marked for ORR. So I'm going to add a sticky for you to remember that it is ORR skill that this lab is going to be marked for. Right? Next. So you put your name, date, etc., add in your apparatus and your material that you would have used. So at the method section, you're going to separate them into the different tests. So you're going to write up tests for carbohydrates, and you're going to do the test for starch. Remember, your method must be done in past tense in point form. Right? So method would be done in past tense. Point form. Right. So you're going to write it past tense, point form. You're going to do your carbohydrates test, and then you're going to follow along with your protein test, your fat test. Remember, for all of them, we also did it on sample Z, right? And then after you have done your method, it comes to your results. For the results, you can use this results table. If the table cannot fit on one page, I prefer if it is on one folder page. However, if it is a split table, remember you have to write over your title, and you also have to start over with a new heading to the top. So it must be done twice if the table is split onto 2 pages. We would have gone through the results, I believe, in class. However, I'm going to quickly do sample X. You should know your observations. You should have recorded that during the lab. But just for sample X, I'm going to do sample Z, I'm going to do presence or absence. So in the Benedict's test, it was absence. For reducing sugar, I think it was present. For starch test, it was absent. For your protein test, it was present. For your lipids test, some of you got it present and some of you got it absent. So for the beta class, it was absent. And for the alpha class, it was present. Okay, so depending upon which class you in, your results would have varied. And then the same thing occurred for your grease spot test, right? So write it up depending upon which class you were in. Right, so this is for your results. You're going to do your results table. Make sure and fill in your color changes, and for the other ones as well, right? Your inference, presence or absence. Then for your discussion, I want you to just give me a brief explanation of the 3 nutrients, very brief. What it is made up of, a simple description of the structure. And then for the results, you're going to say the test that you performed. So ideally, you could separate them into the test that was performed, and you're going to tell me what chemical reaction took place between the nutrient and the test in order for it to be tested positive. And then you're going to tell me if it was present or absent in sample Z. Right? So based on your results, you can suggest the identity of unknown sample Z. So I would give you a hint and it would have been gelatin, right? So you can look at the gelatin box and see whether or not if it had the nutrients that gelatin has. If you look at the nutrients of gelatin. Um, and then explain the theory behind each, all right, the food test and why certain things change. That would have been what I talked about before on what reaction occurred in order for the test to be positive. You give me two valid precautions, two valid limitations, and then you can tell me your results. So you could just give a brief description, or not a description, but a brief statement on your results. Tested positive for your standard food test, and then just tell me what was present in sample Z and what the identity of sample Z would be. And that will conclude your standard food test and sample X. So that's one lab. Then you have the other labs to do, and I will post up a video on the semi-quantitative Benedict's test. Any questions, feel free to message me on WhatsApp or my email. Have a good day. Bye.